Hello my crafty friends, it's Krista here from Second Chance Creation. I'd like to present to you my entry to Sparrowhawk Designs, Lorella Ellen from the US, and I've been following her. She does some amazing quilts, and she's also a great journal crafter as well, and I've learned a few tricks from her as well. So thank you for this amazing challenge, Lorella, because I haven't done much embroidery for about 40 years, except maybe just the very basic sort of stitches. I'm more of a crocheter. But it sounded like a really fun challenge, and I just had to, enter. And so thank you for allowing me to enter. So this is going to get posted off on Monday, so it'll get there in plenty of time. So Lorella asked for twinchies. I'll make inches, and Lorella's twinchies are 2.5 by 2.5 inch square, made of some fabrics, and you can, decorate it however you wish. So what I've done is I've made a piece, and what I'm going to show you first though, Lorella, is to show you how I make my inches. And what I've done is I've actually decoupaged a lot of book pages with some leftover napkins. And then I cut them all in squares, and then I glued those book pages on some random paper. And then I zigzagged down and across, and then I backed it with coffee dyed paper, and I then zigzagged around, punched a hole, and I use these actually as tags for when I send them to people. So this one's got a little cluster on it. It says moment, description of moment. So yeah, and that's how I make my inches, just in case you're wondering how I've made mine. So it's all decoupaged. So my entry comes in this cute little organza bag. And on the back, of course, I've got, I backed it with some calico, and has my name and my channel name, and of course where I live and the year. And I've gone around with a blanket stitch. So I'm not the tidiest embroiderer, but I think it turned out all right, and I hope you like it. So here's my little twinchy entry, 2.5 by 2.5. So what I made was I made a really big piece of fabric. Not a big piece of fabric. I used a lot of my scrap fabrics, sewed them all together in sort of weird, wonderful way, and it's the size of about 2 A4 pages. And I sort of ironed the seams and that to make it flat, and I zigzagged some seams over the top, and I slow stitched some seams over the top, and then I just back it with a bit of wadding. And this is the result of one of them, okay, because I just cut out a few actually, and because I had fun at the time making cutting them out and making this for this entry, so I had a big choice of what colors I was going to use. So as you can see, there's going to have various fabrics here, another little different fabric here, a different fabric here, a different fabric there. This was of a shawl. I think this was of a top, and this was of a just a square piece from a thrift store. It looked really pretty. This piece here, you can hardly see it. It's actually one of the baby wipes that were coloured, and I slow stitched some of the seams, and as you can see, there's a zigzag seam that just across here, and that's how I did all my leftover scraps on the big piece. And then of course I cut it out. So on top of that now, what I've done is I've put on this little piece of leftover from a doily, and this is the center of a doily, and I just highlighted it with some French knots. Okay, they're not the best French knots, but they look pretty cool. And then just highlight it with some more pink stitching just in the middle there. And then I've just attached this on. Now I've had these rings, colourful rings, a great big bundle of it, and I crocheted around. I've made this quite a while ago, and crocheted around it, and then I crocheted again with a really fine pink thread. And of course when I did the circle, I put a bead through here as well. So when I'd done this little twinchy and I saw this, I thought what a great combination, because that green was the same sort of green that's sort of in that pattern, and then hence I used the green cotton to make some more French knots on the corners. So I do hope you like it. You've had some amazing entries, and so yeah, so I'm quite honoured to be able to send you one of my little entries from Australia, and it shouldn't take too long, probably about 14 days maybe, or even 21 days, unless it gets lost, which I hope it doesn't. So yeah, so like I said, I'm going to leave Lorella's details in the description box below in regard to the challenge. It's no use me explaining it. I know it finishes at the end of January, so I've got plenty of time. So it will have plenty of time to get to your mailbox, Lorella. And thank you again. I really enjoyed it. And if anybody is now watching this video and is watching it right to the end, you will take note that I will be coming on with another video. And yes, and I'll be doing a bit of sharing there. So until next time, you know what you've got to do. Happy crafting. Bye for now, and thanks for watching.